the questions are yours. I go to the Bible to find answers. Thank you for these good questions before us today. Question number 1. If mankind is destroyed in Revelation 19, verse 18, who are the nations who support Satan in his rebellion in Revelation chapter 20? Well, Revelation 19 tells us that Antichrist and his followers, those who receive the mark of the beast, will be punished and judged by Christ when he returns, not at the rapture, but at the revelation of Christ. And then verse 20 of that chapter includes world leaders in judgment and those who receive the mark. Satan is imprisoned at that time for 1,000 years. However, all of mankind is not destroyed in that judgment. Somebody has read that into the passage. It's not there. Millions are left on the earth to inhabit the world under Christ's reign. Those nations will rally to Satan when the 1,000-year reign is over. And so, if you read all of the scripture, there is no problem. Now let's get to question number 2. What is meant by the first shall be last and the last shall be first? Well, Jesus spoke those words in Matthew chapter 19 and verse 30. You and I understand that perfect justice is not found in this world because no judge has all wisdom and knows all the facts. There are always, that will all change when Christ judges the world. He knows all things. There's nothing hid from his view. When Christ is the judge, no one will receive credit that he does not deserve. At that time, people and nations, and perhaps people you never heard of before, will receive the proper reward awaiting them. And now question number 3. Do the books mentioned in 1 Kings 22 and 2 Chronicles 35:27 exist today? I spent a year studying ancient documents when I was in the University of Toronto, but I never heard anybody refer to these 2 books related, spoken of in this passage. Obviously, there was an ancient Hansard kept in the courts of the kings of ancient Israel, and as far as I know, those ancient documents have not been preserved across the centuries. Rather, what we know about that area is contained in our Bibles, and that's what God obviously wanted us to know about that period of history. And now question number 4. A blind person asks how she will recognize Christ if unable to see. Well, I have good news for that dear lady. You will no longer be blind. You will receive a glorified, immortal body, and there will be nobody with limited eyesight, nobody with limited hearing. We'll all be perfect. We'll have a body like unto his glorious body at that day. So you will not have any problem recognizing Jesus when he comes. Thank you so much for these good questions. I trust the answers have been helpful. If you have a question you'd like me to use on the Bible as the answer, please write it out, send it to me. I'll be delighted to hear from you. And I'll get to your question on the air just as quickly as I can. When you write, all the address you need is simply Faith to Live By, Box 426, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and the code is R3C2H6. Heidi now, honoring a request by somebody who says that this is their favorite song.